lights are so fucking bright on.
So bright. My future's so bright.
Future's so bright because the light's so bright.
Bright light. That's a lot better. That's a lot better. We're looking good. What's up, y'all?
And then there was light. Oh,
Guys, I'm
What
your
up?
boy D'Anthony. I'm my boy Adon.
What up?
My boy C-Jack over here.
Still having problems with that name.
I am. I don't know. I just want to call you the Kosh.
It looks like Groot's looking at me.
It's like, yeah. It's right over your shoulder. On this one, at least.
Yeah. So we got our Facebook family.
What up,
Love you.
Facebook?
We got our YouTube family.
What up, YouTubes? Cowboy.
Love you. I just want to thank you guys for joining us. Thank you for watching this video.
Appreciate
Even if
you
you're not
guys.
with us with the live. I still love you all. And please like, share, subscribe, and comment. Stay tuned for the next video. We're going to do 2 videos tonight. We're going to do something different. We're going to try some news for you guys, okay? We're going to be news anchors tonight after
Live here
this
from Break Room Blitz.
after this review,
I'm
okay?
Ron Burgundy.
So tonight, we did ourselves a favor,
Ooh,
and we went to go see Mother.
what a pleasant surprise this movie was.
Now, the CinemaScore.com gave it an F. Now, if you don't know CinemaScore, that is a score that it lets people know how people will enjoy the movie from F to A. This got an F, but from Rotten Tomatoes, do we know Rotten Tomatoes?
I think it was at a 68 or something. Actually, 70. It had like fresh tomatoes on it for sure.
All right, get it real quick.
All right.
It did pretty well, but they're different scores, a different type of scores. So I was a little nervous. I did not want to tell them that it got an F, because sometimes they try to back out of movies that got bad reviews, while I still haven't seen Dark Tower.
I wish you had
Oh,
told me
man.
that before we watched Batman vs. Superman.
And that's over a year ago.
It still hurts.
God, jeez.
Oh yeah, Mother's at a 68 right here.
Mother's at a 68 and
68%.
50 and 50. Well,
Hold
what?
on. Let me get there.
Come on, guy.
Let me get there.
Uh-oh.
Little bit of.
Stay tuned.
Oh, 42 for the
68
audience.
and 42 for the audience.
Oh my gosh.
And you know what? I was like, I'm not gonna tell them nothing. We scheduled it.
Yeah.
I like Jennifer Lawrence,
I like
and I want to go see it. I
I
don't
like
think
Hot-
she would
I-
do anything that's bad.
She's really good.
Oh my
She's
gosh.
proven herself that she's a
I
really
love
great
this woman.
actress.
Definitely.
And then
Did such an amazing job.
this other dude, Javier Bardem, he does really good acting.
Right,
too.
I like him
appreciate
too.
him. Yeah.
So I was like, I'm not gonna say nothing. We're gonna just show up. If it's bad, I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm not gonna tell them I knew.
Like, whoa, so what'd you guys think? I mean, yeah.
But
I was
you,
skeptical too. Like I was like, I don't want to see a movie on Tuesday, and I'm glad I did. Like,
On Tuesday.
and you know what? I am disappointed in myself because we got 2 people. What's up, y'all? What's up?
What up,
We
YouTube?
only got
Cheers.
1 from the YouTube.
Cheers.
I am watching live broadcast video. What's up,
hey guys,
Ellis?
It's Ella.
Ella? Ella, hey,
Yeah, I
hey.
didn't
Oh,
see
sorry.
that. She's only been told that since college.
Hey,
well, probably earlier.
not
than
my
that.
fault. Not my fault. But I'm disappointed in myself because I like to think that I'm someone that I have a grid up when I'm watching TV. I know all the I guess the agendas. I know all the
You can't fool me. I know what you're doing with
metaphors.
this.
Right. I think I know every single thing. That
Nothing goes over my
all
head.
the undertones
My
I know.
reflexes are too fast. I will catch it. I will catch it.
All right, Drax, you're living up to that nickname really, really.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for this man here,
You're welcome.
I don't know what the hell I was watching, but I was liking it.
I wasn't gonna tell you.
I was loving it. Either way, I was enjoying it. So I'm gonna just jump in real quick of what I thought. We're gonna just dive in
Yeah.
to what we thought this movie was like. I feel like this is a masterpiece. This is something that I feel like couldn't have taken.
But how did you feel before?
I don't know what I felt before. 'Cause
Okay.
I just wanted to see Jennifer Lawrence.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
So
you're making
masterpiece.
comments all movie.
So this is a masterpiece. This is not something you're gonna be able to just to sit down and write in 6 weeks like they do some of these crappy movies.
Right. It was
This
thoughtful.
This is something that is thoughtful because it's definitely it's obvious, but it's not obvious.
Right.
So I thought that the cinematography was great. I didn't know what it was doing at first because it was like Like, it was like a camera on her shoulder.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And I was like, why is it doing this? But it was like, okay, there's hiding something, apparently.
Yeah.
So then we have the acting. I thought was great. I
Right.
thought the acting was great. I didn't think that there was anything that was like out of place. She played her part.
She did.
She was timid. She was loving. You know, she was kind. She was honest.
She was afraid
you
and
know,
confused.
It just wasn't. I didn't ever think that they got out of character at any point.
Right.
And then when you get to the damn story, I just enjoyed it. I was like, I don't know what's going on, but this is great.
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening. I don't know why it's happening, but it's great. And this guy here, at the end, he shows us. Dude, I think we should say it because I think people are giving it a bad rap.
Wait. Let's give it some time. Let's all get some chips in here.
All right, go for it.
Well,
He's got
Okay.
something to say. He's got something to say.
So,
I'm gonna
go for it. Go for it.
I'm gonna give this movie a 10.
A 10, a perfect. Have you ever given a movie a 10?
Yes,
and
I
I
have.
think we're
It's
doing a
maybe-
star rule.
I'm
Ten
sorry,
out of
5 out of 5.
5
Thank you,
stars.
sir. You
Yeah.
saved me again.
I love it.
5 out of 5 stars
Gotta love
because I got my intellectual value. I didn't know what was happening, why it was happening. I'm like, okay, I think it's this. Nope, it's not. Okay, well then it must be this. Nope, okay. So it wasn't like I was able to ever predict it like this guy over here, but I was just like, I was in heaven. I was in heaven because I was enjoying myself. I didn't know what was going on. There was some action. It was very impactful. It wasn't just this slow drama. This had action, it had suspense. It almost seemed like a horror story.
Yeah.
It had everything I need. So I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 5. Who wants to go next?
I'm gonna go because I want him to open up Pandora's box here.
All right.
So I'm gonna be quick and easy. So honestly, this movie was like it had from the beginning. It had me going. I'm sitting there trying to figure out what's going on. I'm in it. The whole movie, I'm in it. And I'm not sitting there. I'm also sitting there wondering, like, I wonder how much Derek's hating this right now.
I was hearing him.
Yeah, but and
Because you don't know me.
honestly-
You don't know me.
Right.
We've been doing this for so long. He
So-
doesn't know me.
I just the words can't really display how much this movie kept me involved, and how much it hit a lot of mental chords with me, and a lot of just how I even perceive things. I feel like in this world we have people that perceive like, you know, this is how I see things, and this is how I want to see them, and I think that's also probably why people didn't get it, because it's something they don't want to see, and it really struck the chord with me because it's how I do visualize and see everything, but on the flip side, it's how I want to hope for things. And honestly, when he put the dots together at the end, because I'm sitting there on the verge, like I got it, and I'm feeling it, and then once he popped it, I was like, it all just like collapsed in my head, and my head just had an aneurysm, and it was just amazing. Like this movie was just
So what
by
are you gonna rate
far. It's getting a 5.
5
Just
out
a
of 5.
5 out of 5.
5 star.
What we got? What we got, Mr. Knowledge? What we got, Professor?
All right, so basically, a lot of things can be broken down by the greatest story ever told, which I think this is up there. And let me just start off by saying this was a great piece of art. This was a great piece of cinema, and this is getting a 5 out of 5. So I think this is like the very first movie that we probably agreed upon that got like a perfect rating.
15.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So 100% go see this movie.
Yeah.
All right.
No,
So-
not kidding.
To go along with the greatest story ever told, I pretty much figured out that this was a modern day interpretation of the Bible. So if you haven't seen it already and you've already made up your mind, I hope that you rethink this and maybe go see it again, because you're going to catch everything. Or maybe everything's going to start
That's all he
clicking.
said to me. And I was like, oh, God, that is.
Yeah.
And I went straight from the beginning all the way through, and I was like, all I needed was that one word. It's the
Right.
Bible.
It's the Bible. It's the greatest story ever told, right? So, I mean, from the very beginning, we have Jennifer Lawrence's character. And
Did you guys take requests and stuff? Yeah, we do take requests.
we take requests.
Yeah, we will be seeing The Last Jedi. Believe us,
Oh,
we'll
for
be
sure.
there for
Oh,
that.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So yeah, but you know, comment afterwards if there's any other movies that you want us to check out.
Definitely, yeah. And check out our Instagram, too. We usually post what movies we're going to see.
Yep, Instagram. Check out our Facebook.
Yeah. Sweet.
Right on.
So, I mean, this movie is probably one of the best modern interpretations of the Bible. I think that the director knew what he was doing because he's taken on some of these biblical stories before. What was his name? Darren Aronofsky. Yeah. So, I mean, genius guy. I mean, and a creative mind, too, to go along with it. Jennifer Lawrence's character, we can sum her up to be Mother Earth or Mother Nature, whatever you want to say, you know. Mary, Mother of God, you know, all these things, all the goodness of the world. And then Javier Bardem is kind of our God character, our creator. And then Michelle Pfeiffer is our Eve in the story, and then Ed Harris plays our Adam. So first man and women, and that's going to take you. It's going to take you from there.
It's just perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some things that I kind of question a little bit still, but
and it's good to question too, because I still question it myself. But
like, I want to know, what was that thing in the toilet? What does that represent?
Yeah, right. So I mean,
there's a lot of things in this movie that are going to make you really, really like.
I think people are gonna
keep going. I'm not gonna shut up.
No, it's pretty great too. And I like the questions too, because I have to like decipher it for myself. Some of these like little keynotes that they dropped in there, like what's the purpose of the house, like living and heart beating and all this stuff, is because the earth is alive.
Yeah.
And the earth is gonna live and heal itself without us, but with us. Look at what we're doing to the earth, and there's a bigger picture to it.
I almost don't want to tell you guys, but there's so many people that are giving it such bad reviews. You read one that said this is the worst movie ever.
Yeah,
and it made absolutely no sense.
It was by the New Yorker or something like that. One of the New York reviewers.
And you know what? Honestly, I can understand, because even though I enjoyed it, I was going along for the ride. There was not a lot of like story arc or plot or...
Honestly, I didn't read a synopsis.
Any of that.
The only thing I saw out of this movie was the very first trailer that we saw. And I kind of had a feeling it was going to be like a creepy haunted house kind of deal.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
And that's another thing that people were upset about, is that they felt that they were deceived. Right. And so I thought it was like one of those, what's that Leonardo DiCaprio one when they're at the island? Shutter Island. I thought it was going to be like Shutter Island, where it was
all a
shown
dream.
to be, it was shown to be a scary movie, but it was more suspenseful.
Right, yeah.
You know, so I thought it was like that type of, scenario, not this. Like this, I'm like, oh my God, I don't know what's happening.
You're not going to be bamboozled.
It feels good.
Yeah.
But
honestly, the brilliant thing is
it's going to take you off on a roller coaster, and then you're going to come right back down to the beginning.
You straight up feel like Jennifer Lawrence in this movie. Like she's the main character.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
She's the driving, and that's why I think the camera's on that perspective, because you are supposed to be her in this movie in some characteristics, because in this...
She doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah, right? she's doing one thing. She's doing one thing, and it's the one thing that most people just desire above all. She's loving.
Right.
That's literally what she's doing in this entire movie. She's being that nurturing, caring, just and innocent, and it's just it's there because she wants it to be there. That's what she does, and it's just crazy to see her from that perspective, be her from that perspective, and feel afflicted like she is through this entire movie. It's just
right. So we see God. He pretty much creates Earth, which is her.
The Garden of Eden is the house and where they stay.
Right, but we're getting there. We got God, Earth.
We got God, Earth, J-Law,
Garden of Eden. We got Mother Earth. So Mother is Jennifer Lawrence. And Jennifer Lawrence gives and gives and gives and gives, which is what the Earth does. Mm-hmm. It creates, it provides, it gives, and all this is all in, we're talking about just New Testament here. And then... You mentioned something where...
So we have Old Testament, New Testament, right?
Old Testament, New Testament.
So God welcomes in the first man. So that's where we get our our first character,
Right.
And then we got Michelle Pfeiffer's character, Eve. And we see that, from the very beginning, they're old people because man is already dying, From the moment they were created, we're on a time clock that we're dying. And so we see that.
But the cool part is what I liked about Adam, and I would have, it all just like, boom, connected. As soon as you said it's the Bible, is that there's a scene where he's, coughing into, or throwing up into the actual
he's sick,
toilet.
He's dying, yeah.
And then Mother Earth looks, and there's a big ass scar, there's a big scar on his back. And I'm like, what is going on there?
Yeah.
But that's just God taking out his rib to be able to create Eve. And the next day, here's Eve.
Yeah.
And then here comes Cain and Abel.
Right.
And then one of the brothers dies, and then it's just like I'm like, oh my gosh, this is a great play on play.
Yeah.
And then we have Mother Nature gives birth to one of God's son.
Right.
He wants to sacrifice the son pretty much, and she's like, I don't know about that. This is my goddamn kid.
Yeah.
You're not gonna have him. He's like, you know what? I'll just wait. You're not better than me. You're not better at this than I am. I'm gonna just be patient.
Right. I mean, he doesn't need to sleep, right?
Right.
He's like, as soon as you drop your guard, he's like, I just wanted to show them, my child, And what did people do? People do what we always do. We're self-destructive and we break everything, And so we don't know.
And they killed the
This is where we
baby.
can't have nice things.
Oh my God! Killed the baby. And again, at this point, I don't know what I'm watching.
So I don't know if you noticed this, but this is full of spoilers.
Yeah, I know.
But the thing is, no one knows what was going on, so it's kind of like we got to.
Yeah. So this is more of a discussion. Okay. So we're getting into it. So I mean, the baby you're gonna see is gonna die, but this is all symbolism for this is the baby Jesus, and the people eat them because Jesus told you, take my body. This is the bread and the wine.
Right.
And,
man.
And she's like freaking out. It's like, my kid is dead. She's Mary. And he has to say, he's like, well, he doesn't have to die for no reason. We can
Just
say
forgive
that
them.
we can forgive them.
If we forgive them, our son died for a reason.
For a reason.
And I'm like, what?
Right.
I'm still not knowing what the hell's going on. What?
Right.
So I just lost my train of thought. I'm just so amazed at this movie. I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry.
So I mean, when you take it to the account of biblical proportions, this God gave His Son to the earth and gave it to the men, and
Peace out, bruh.
they died for He died for everyone's sins, basically, and then that's when she starts killing people, and that's where we get the lightning bolt, and we have rapture, and
That's what I was gonna say.
Revelations.
The fact that so why no one is getting these points is because this is not like it's throwing out hints, and then they're like, wink, wink, you get it now.
But
now
she did
you
that.
know what
and,
it is.
And the thing is, like
very subtle.
Okay, I don't understand some of these critics or people that know the Bible, but I mean, I guess no, I don't want to give you an excuse. If you don't know this, then you should know.
I know
better.
the Bible,
So
I did not. It didn't click to me. I'm waiting on him to be the devil. I'm waiting on him to eat up and devour everyone.
And I don't blame you for that too, because I kind of didn't know where it was going. I was like iffy on the fence, but I figured it was going to be the Bible. But when she dropped the big one, when she said, the apocalypse, I guess we're waiting for the
still
apocalypse.
waiting on. I'm still thinking he's like, I don't know, Satan, and everyone's coming because the Bible said that the road to hell is a narrow one. So she's looking out the window, and there's a whole, not a narrow one, it's wide. The road to heaven is narrow. So she's looking out the window, and all these people are coming out and everywhere. I'm like, okay, everyone's about to die. He's about to turn into a demon and devour everyone, and like, ha, 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 ha. That's what I'm thinking.
Right, false
like
prophet.
every other movie in America is made. This does not have that same cookie cutter feel at all.
No.
And I think that's what makes it so great. Because I'm like, oh shit, this is like dope.
Right.
Don't know what's going on.
Absolutely.
But I love it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
I mean,
is this a... I mean, can you guys think of any other movie that's like this?
The only other movie that I can really think about that's like this is like so many others that are out there that, I mean, there's a lot of movies that are out there that take the same philosophy of like, Superman, and giving their son, the only son, to go save mankind.
It's pretty much every single good movie.
Every single movie is based on the greatest story ever told.
The Bible.
And they chip away. They take certain sections of the Bible to bring them and make them into that movie.
Superman, The Matrix, Lord of the Rings, like it's all kind of stuff that is compared.
Star Wars. I mean, every single
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
But it's just not. Those are really like in your face.
Right.
This is like
it's abstract.
If you didn't get it, we're moving on.
Right.
Which is great
because this train ain't stopping.
Right. Right. Because there's a scene where there's like Okay, everyone comes in the house and they're like, oh, I just want to touch him. I just want to see him. And all of a sudden, there's police and there's SWAT and there's the army. I'm like, what is going
there's
on?
People killing people and talking in tongues, and I'm like,
and I was thinking like, okay, this is like a metaphor for religion, maybe. Like we're gonna kill it makes us kill each other.
Mhm.
But I didn't think it was like the Bible specifically.
The Bible.
It was just all religions were all fighting and see who's right or whatever. That's what I thought it was. And he was like the false prophet that everyone leads to or comes to, and then hellfire.
Right. Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything that this is original piece. Maybe there's some movie in the 1950s that came out that was similar, that wasn't as popular. I don't know, but to me, it seems like original story.
So really, I mean, this director, what's his name again?
Darren
Aronofsky. He really put together a couple of movies that he's already made in the past, being the Tree of Life, was it?
Yeah, it wasn't so we just talked about this.
It's like Tree of Life or something or other. And then Noah, he did Noah with Russell Crowe in that modern Noah movie. So, I mean, he's pulling elements from here, you know? Yeah. He's getting all these stories from the Bible and seeing how he can transition it into one movie.
Unfortunately, it's not going to do well because it needs to be explained. And that's why, even though we all gave it 5 out of 5 stars.
Yeah.
I would give it the movie of the year, at least so far. Probably top 3 because we don't have much more to go.
Yeah.
But it's not going to win any actual awards because it has to be explained. If a movie has to be explained in other materials,
that's a shame.
Then
man.
It's going to be a bad movie.
Honestly, I kind of knew the way that they were going when I saw that crystal thing. I mean, that's what you don't take. You know, it's like don't take that. That's knowledge, and then Adam and Eve break it and. Like, get out of here.
And it's so funny.
It's time to go. Get out of here.
Oh, man.
You ate from the tree of knowledge, and it's time to go.
It was so... when you said that, because Adam goes up to the room first, and he's like, what is this?
Yeah.
Any way I can touch it? No, you can't touch it. It's so delicate.
But they're both up there.
You know, and then... But the thing is, that's how, you know, God told him, don't touch the tree, blah, 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 bam.
Right.
So then... The lady, she just keeps, which is Eve, she just keeps going up there. She's aggressive with it.
Absolutely.
And the thing is, the reason why you can't, well, at least I didn't connect the dots, because I felt like there was no serpent, there was no temptation. It was just, she just wanted to go up there. I thought she was being a terrible guest.
Right.
You know, but now that I think about it, I'm like, yeah, that, the aggressor here would be Eve. And, you know, she's the one that kind of made, because when they walk up, you also have Adam there.
Yeah.
And Adam is the one who actually, like, says, or, like, confesses, he takes, you know, what do you call it? He takes responsibility for it. I was just showing her. We were just talking about it.
Right.
And that's kind of, God asks him. God asks Adam, why did you do it? He didn't ask Eve. He asked Adam. He's like, just everything... just kind of adds up.
Biblical.
I think everyone just go see it. Go see it.
Go see this great movie.
Check it out. And I think that you'll... If I'm saying that it's a good movie, it's a damn good movie. I don't like anything. Nothing is perfect. Nothing gets me this excited. I haven't been this excited for a movie I don't even remember. Maybe right out the theater. But by the time we get here, I'm not this amped. Okay? Right. I'm just doing my job.
It makes you kind of jittery, too, because, I mean, it's just like, it's so visceral. Everything that they show you and everything that's happening in this movie, it's like, it's impactful and it's just so raw. And it's kind of scary to watch because you don't know what's going on. I mean... unless you're me and you kind of figure it out.
I don't know what this guy's on. I think he read up on it or something.
It was kind of predictable. I kind of see the way that it was going.
Oh man, I guess I'm more like in the details, and if the details is not there,
show me.
It's not the same thing.
Yeah.
No, this one little thing didn't happen. It can't be that. And that's kind of, like, I'm so critical, I think I just missed it.
From every epic thing that happened in the Bible, from the flood, you know, they even had a frog, like, with the whole locust thing and everything, the plagues, you know? Yep. So, I mean...
And I was like, what the hell is that?
Yeah, why is there a frog in the basement?
Oh, man. Just go see the movie. Yeah. You know, don't worry about it getting an F. Don't worry about the critics. Don't worry about anything that's said. Just go see it yourself. And now that we've kind of explained what it is that you're going to be watching, I think you'll be able to enjoy it more. Or maybe you won't, because I think if I did know, I don't know how much I would enjoy it.
Would you say you would you watch this movie again?
Oh yeah, definitely. I'd probably actually see if I'll probably just go watch it by myself again. I really enjoyed it.
I would
Would
definitely
you
go
go see
watch
it
it again. I think that it needs a second watch.
Yeah, especially like if you walked out of the theater not knowing what it is like or what's going on. If you take this like idea with thinking about it biblical, like it's all like metaphorical, and it's like it's so great when you like actually see for what it is that they're trying to be discreet about and showing you. When up to a certain point in the movie, halfway through, it's not really discreet at all.
Now I want to rewatch it to see like if there's anything that was kind of like blasphemy, because this is Hollywood. So...
Well, it's very blasphemy, but I mean, you know, it's all by interpretation. You know,
there's a lot of very
some people think
details.
that like how can you be God if you let all these terrible things happen? I think that you're the devil, and vice versa. You know. So,
well, I think that's just a misunderstanding of who God is in the Bible. Mm-hmm. Who you want him to be is different than what he is, and bad things happen because people decide to do bad things to people, and the whole point is that we have free will.
Yeah.
So if he did intervene in every single thing, we'd pretty much just be slaves. Like, I better not do nothing because God gonna throw down the thunderbolt, and I'm gonna be gone. You know, so it's just a misunderstanding of who you think God should be versus who he is. And if you knew who he is, you might not make those type of decisions. Because honestly, this world does make me really sad sometimes. Like, people just do messed up shit to people. I'm like, but why?
And in the movie, like, he's not intervening. He's not intervening on anything that these people coming to the house are what they're doing, you know? He's like, you know, kind of
because he loved everyone
and everything.
He loved everyone.
But the thing is it's that, like, he needed that love. He didn't want us to go away. He could wipe everything out, but he didn't want to, you know? He needed that acknowledgement. He loved that people were coming to him, like reading his book, and all your words that you were saying, I thought you wrote them for me, you know, and everything that he wrote in these books, and he loved this attention, you know, because God feeds off of the love, and even at the end, after the rapture and everything was over, it's like, I don't have anything left to give you. It's like, yeah, you do. You give me your love.
Yeah,
you know.
There's a lot of things that I definitely would like to bring up, but this is getting long. But it's definitely, there's a lot of really refined details, especially with Adam and Eve when you first meet him, because technically Adam's poisoning himself, but he's a healer. And Eve, when she shows up, she's promiscuous, and when they're joined together, they're both very, very just like promiscuous in some senses. And there's other details that come in with that as you see them
married.
go.
They wouldn't be promiscuous.
Well, just the way they were really over embellishing the lustful part of it. You know, there's love. And there's like, oh, we're just gonna freaking hack it away. Here's my tongue, take it. You know, there's different.
Nothing wrong with that when you marry, boy. That's
I
when
get
you're
it.
supposed to be doing all that.
So yeah, but there's definitely some refined details as far as it goes through when you start. You kind of get into it, but yeah, no, there's definitely going to be some headbutting on certain characteristics of the movie, especially when it comes to Mother Earth and everything. So yeah,
honestly, I can't wait to see this again, because I mean, I feel like I got a really good grip on it the first time, but you know, you always see these great movies the second time, and you always like take little tidbits, and it kind of really like reworks your gears, you know.
It needs to be rewatched in a group setting, pause, discussed, press play, pause, discuss.
I ain't doing that.
Honestly, all these like it really worries me. All these reviewers, these actual people that work and do this for a living, these reviewers, like legit reviewers that are not getting this, it worries me.
I ain't got shit to say. It went right over my head. I'm like, religion?
But I mean, before you take the time and you write something so thoroughly about like all these things that basically you didn't understand, but like you're just bashing this movie, like maybe you should have talked to it or gone to see it with one of your buddies, because two heads are better than one. And I mean, like,
and you know what I'm happy for is that I can still enjoy a movie. As many movies that we watch every single month, all year, and that we review and criticize, I'm still able to watch something and just enjoy it. Yeah, storylines all over the place.
Right.
Yeah, not a lot of character development. You know, it's not a lot of things that tell you what the hell is, why are we here?
I feel like I just didn't want to accept it though. Like at
I'm
a
okay
certain
with it.
point, I just was like, what is this movie about? What is this story about?
Mhm.
You know, like what is this thing trying to tell me?
But what I'm saying
you know?
is, I don't want to ever be like those type of critics that like if it's not what I'm used to,
Right? Yeah.
it's a bad movie.
No, that's cookie
just
cutter.
maybe just enjoy what's going on.
Yeah.
It'll all come full circle later.
Yeah, like what I said earlier, there's just certain things that people want to see, and this is not something they want to see because it's a smack in the face.
Right.
That's just straight out what it is.
Let's give it an Oscar, guys.
Yeah.
Is that your vote? Oscars?
I
Oscars
would
all
say
around?
yeah.
Oscars for everyone.
I would say yeah. All right, let's wrap this. We're at 30 minutes here. We didn't mean to go 30 minutes, but
I appreciate you guys if you stuck with us.
it needs to be talked about because it's been bashed and misunderstood.
Yeah.
And I was one of them. Well, I wasn't bashing, but I definitely misunderstood. Thank you, Adon.
You're welcome.
Appreciate you.
That's what I'm here for.
3 heads is better than 1,
Yeah.
or 1 head is better than 2, or whatever. So
The more hydras, the better.
right. So that's our review, guys. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment. I'm your boy D'Anthony.
Adhan.
CJ.
And check out all the stuff we have on our page, guys. Go ahead and click. Click somewhere here on this page right now. Do it! If I smite you. All right, guys.